Hi lovelies, or welcome back to this channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Strana. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload videos, you will be the first person to be notified. To my returning subscribers, those people that share my videos with commentaries and also educate each and every one of us, you guys are the real MVP. Alright lovelies, let's get into it. So lovelies, I came across this video on my For You page on TikTok and I thought to share with guys because this is actually a disappointing one from, black guys, and this got a lot of people reacting. They decided to come out to shame black women like in a podcast. Guys, I'm just going to roll a lot of the stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video, and please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. Alright lovelies, let's dive into it.
So James and Fuhad from the Shits and Gigs podcast, they have been losing a lot of fans because people are getting the sense that they don't like black women, at least not sexually attracted to them, because they said they went to Atlanta for 4 days and didn't find any beautiful women. Now that is crazy. That is crazy. You went to Atlanta for 4 days and didn't find any beautiful women. And no, they didn't say black women specifically, but we're talking about Atlanta here. What the fuck you think they was talking about? But to be anywhere for 4 days and not find any beautiful women is crazy. You could have went to a forest in fucking Kansas and ran into a bad bitch. But Atlanta? The same Atlanta I'm thinking about? Atlanta, Georgia? What the fuck? And to be honest, I never thought they really fucked with black women like that. I'm not surprised. Like, from the first 10-second clip I seen of these guys, I never thought that they was all about black women at all. But a lot of their fan base is black women. The thing is that you can find someone attractive even if they're not your type. Even if they are only attracted to Hispanic or white or whatever the fuck. Like, you can still say someone is attractive even if they're not specifically your type or you're sexually attracted to them. Hell, I can find a guy attractive. That don't mean I want to fuck him. But like I said, I never thought they liked black women. Even when they said this clip, I thought y'all saw this one.
Do you guys, have you ever had black girlfriends?
Yeah.
Have you ever had white girls?
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, wow. Okay. What's your favorite?
We love them all.
Yeah. Oh, really?
We love them all.
Yeah. That means white.
Who?
No.
Yeah.
that means white.
Hey, let me get the translation.
Kendrick fans, get him!
Shit, that's what gave it away for me, but what y'all think? Why is their preference a problem? I don't think that's particularly an issue with the James and Fuhad case. The fact that they said that there were no baddies in Atlanta wasn't the worst thing in the world.
Atlanta, I've seen the least baddies so far.
Oh,
yeah. We've still got a couple days. Maybe we'll find out. But yeah. I've seen like 2 or 3.
Hey, but what is y'all's type though?
Bad is the type. Facts.
So what makes the girl bad?
It varies though. It matters how you own it. It can be like a skinny girl who wears the fuck out of being a skinny girl. And then you've got a thick thing who just owns the shit.
That's a PR answer.
A PR answer?
They're all beautiful if you have...
I'm not saying everyone's beautiful. I just told you Atlanta's clap. I never said everyone's beautiful. I just said I'm not seeing anybody saying.
Do I agree with it? Fuck no. But if Atlanta black women are not their preference, then that's just not their fucking preference. I think black women are more disappointed with the Andrew Schultz interview. Because all Andrew said was, so you date black women and white women, right? So what's your favorite? And their answer to that was almost like they were trying to give pity to black women. Like they didn't want to say the real answer. Because when he said, so what's your favorite? And they just took like a 30-second pause and looked at each other, was like, we like both. We like both. And then somebody in the background was like, that means white. And they started laughing harder. Like, just stand on it. You should have just said white.
Right, white girls?
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, wow. Okay. What's your favorite?
We love them all.
Yeah. Oh, really?
We love them all.
Yeah. That means white.
Who?
No.
And the fact of the matter is, even if they would have said black, they wouldn't have lost no white fans. But them saying both and hesitating for so fucking long and laughing when somebody in the background was like, that means white, of course you're going to lose black supporters. And the thing is, when they go on tour, especially in America, there are so many black women. The majority of black women go to their tour. This is usually what their tours look like. Every time anybody's posting anything or promoting it, it's always a black woman. But a lot of women are in the comments saying like they're gay or they hate black women. I don't think that's the case at all. I just think they just have a preference. James even came out and said that Meg Thee Stallion is like his top 5 and like gorgeous women.
The hottest girl on the planet. Just give me anybody in the top 5.
Yeah.
Top 5. Let's look like Meg.
The Stallion?
Yeah.
You sound disappointed.
Yeah, what the fuck was that? Racist ass.
Why gotta be racist?
The Stallion?
Why is that racist?
Which is even still more crazy because you know how many Meg Thee Stallions is in Atlanta? Okay, never mind. I'm just saying, I don't think them liking or preferring white women is a problem. I don't think they hate black women. I just think that a lot of their support came from black women, especially in the U.S., and I can see why they would feel some type of way about them saying what they said and not defending them when Andrew Schultz was coming at them so hard.
Black women are not difficult to love, difficult to handle, or difficult to be with. We're difficult to play with, and that's where y'all get it confused. We don't let y'all play with us, and we don't let y'all play in our faces. Y'all want them women that's docile, that's gonna lay down, let you do whatever y'all want to do to her, and we don't allow it. Black women have no issues being submissive and being kind and being loving when y'all allow us to be so. But if you don't understand the psyche and the psychological damage that goes into the mass incarceration, you don't understand that the black women have had to spearhead households, so thus it makes us have to take on roles that we normally should not have to take on. But see, y'all so dumb and uneducated, y'all can't link mass incarceration to women having to take on roles more than what we should because of the mass incarceration. The whole goal is to get the black men out of the house. That's the whole goal, is to get the black man out of the house, and you chomping your veneers and you laughing and smiling and kikiing, doing the white man's job in front of a white man in the hand of the white man, sitting here talking about how difficult black women are and how we complain and how we complain. What are you talking about? Y'all so damn dumb. Y'all are so dumb. It doesn't even matter if anybody said we are not difficult to handle. And even if we are, so what? Y'all made us that way. Now what? Black women carry everything. We do literally everything. We spearhead everything from movements to trends. It would be none of y'all without us. Literally, y'all wouldn't be here without a black woman. Biologically, nobody would live this earth without a black woman. Yet, we the only ones that got to prove to everybody why we are worthy of love and we deserve better. Ain't nobody proving to y'all nothing. We're not proving to y'all nothing. Say what you want to say, do what you want to do, but keep our names out y'all mouths. We don't care if y'all like us. Of course y'all don't like us. Y'all don't like y'all mammies. Of course y'all don't like us. Make sure you put some respect on our names and go about your way. Leave our names out y'all mouths. We don't be doing nothing. All black women do is sit here, look good, set trends, and y'all be so worried about us. Why y'all so mad? Go get you the white woman that you want and leave us alone. You don't have to put us in places that we don't need to be. We already everywhere. Look around you. Look around you and tell me you can't contribute all the good things in this life to black women. Stop playing with me. We can't even tell y'all. Y'all see how anti-black that is? Listen to yourself. Black women can't even tell y'all what we like and what we don't like before y'all start talking about we complaining. It's anti-blackness. Is anti-blackness, period. Andrew Schultz, let me watch my mouth. Andrew Schultz, Suha, whatever his name is, and James, y'all know where y'all can go. And I'm gonna keep it like that because my friend keep getting on me for saying certain stuff, and I need to stop saying certain stuff. But I want to say certain things.
The podcast bros are back at it again, everybody. So every 2 to 3 business months, when the podcast bros, whether they're white, black, Hispanic, Indian, whatever, all the above, when they start to feel that they're irrelevant to the masses, they start acting up. And what I mean by that is that people love to talk about black women. These podcast bros love to talk about black women. Why? Because black women are solely the reason why they're probably or were relevant in the first place, right? People love to capitalize and exploit black women for the stuff that they go through, just like anything in society. Anything in society that has to do with black women, people love to have an opinion. People love to bring black women to their conversation. Why? Because it gets them views. Why? Because black women are literally like the backbone of like any trend or anything for that matter, right? So every 2 to 3 business months, when these people start to feel irrelevant, and when I say 2 to 3 business months, right? Because they, to the masses, like to the general public, these podcast bros are always super irrelevant months before they even think that themselves, because they're so far up, that their heads are so far up their own fucking ass that they don't even see how irrelevant they are, that they're like, oh, when they finally do, they're like, oh shit, I need to be popular again, I need to be talked about again, how can I get people to start talking about me? Insult black women, insult the literal toughest, the strongest, the most genuine and compassionate group of women or group of human beings like ever. Let's attack them again and again and again and again. Like, it's so old. It's so old because what they know that will happen is that black women will come on social media and make think pieces about what they're saying to educate people, right? Because that's what black women do a lot. They educate us, but also just to share their experiences. This is what the fuck I have to go through every goddamn day, right? Just fucking leave them alone. Leave them alone. But y'all can't, right? because y'all want to act like they're so irrelevant. Y'all want to act like they're just like a virus to the earth. Yet here we are. Here we are.
And James' career ended the moment they agreed to go on Andrew Schultz, or whatever his name is, podcast. You should have known better. These two should have known better. That I'm someone that don't even watch Andrew Schultz like that, but I know this guy always talk about, you know, the stereotypes of black people, and he always tried to pivot his conversation around that. So they should have been smarter than that to not even go on this man's podcast, because this man's known to say these type of crazy stuff. He's always saying the most stereotypical things about black community, and he profits off it. And James and Fuad should have been better. James and Fuad should have known better. Their management should have known better. Their teams should have known better to not even go on that podcast. They should have done better at controlling that conversation and telling them, listen, nah, let's not do this. But obviously, are we really surprised? Fuad and James' career ended the moment they agreed to go on Andrew Schultz, or whatever his name is, podcast. You should have known better. These two should have known better. That I'm someone that don't even watch Andrew Schultz like that, but I know this guy always talk about, you know, the stereotypes of black people, and he always tried to pivot his conversation around that. So they should have been smarter than that to not even go on this man's podcast, because this man's known to say these type of crazy stuff. He's always saying the most stereotypical things about black community, and he profits off it. And James and Fuad should have been better. James and Fuad should have known better. Their management should have known better. Their teams should have known better to not even go on that podcast. They should have done better at controlling that conversation and telling them, listen, nah, let's not do this. But obviously, are we really surprised? Fuad and James' career ended.
The whole James and Fuad situation is disappointing but not unexpected, right? Because black men have been walking us up to the big house for centuries. It's only more recently they have stopped waiting for us outside. And I feel like us as black women, we are so in our feelings because we love black men so much, and we can't understand what is their problem with us. Why is there so much vitriol when it comes to loving us fully and protecting us unapologetically? But I feel like it's time for us to grasp the concept and move on. You know, they've been getting on this app for years and telling us how much they can't stand us. They can't even tell you why they like white women and Latino women without telling us why they hate us, even if that includes their mom and their sister and their cousin. So I'm saying all of this to say, deplatform these people and let's move on, because we're spending a whole lot of time talking about it and arguing about it when the outcome is never going to change. For every Fuad and James, there is a Mikkel and Michael who love us, who will fight for us, who love them some sisters, who love them some chocolate, who want nothing more than to uplift us and hold us up as we do them. So we need to make a conscious decision to keep going where we are loved and stop dwelling in the shadows of where we aren't. That's all I know.
Okay, I want people to understand something about this James and Fuad situation. Now, before I address the situation and why it's so problematic, I want to first acknowledge the fact that I am a biracial woman, and I do hold privilege in terms of how I am viewed and treated. Okay? So now that that's out of the way, as someone who is a preference, this whole James and Fuad situation, number one, is not shocking, it's not surprising, and it's not groundbreaking, because this is very common amongst black men in terms of their pathology and how they have this deep desire to be accepted by those who are deemed and seen as more superior than them, because it will help eradicate and erase something about themselves that they dislike greatly, and that is their blackness. And I knew this at a very young age. Black men would put me up on a pedestal, tell me that, oh, you know, you're so gorgeous, you're so beautiful, and then they would proceed to talk down, disrespect, and neglect black women. And what I do normally is I let them talk, I let them get out of their system, but the look on their faces after they talk shit, and after I tell them that the very woman that brought me into this earth, the very woman whose womb I was attached to, is a black woman. And oddly enough, I'm no longer their preference. Because I came from a black woman. I came from the very women that they disregard, disrespect, and neglect. So by them going on the Andrew Schultz podcast, right, which is ran by a white man, as we all know, Andrew Schultz is white, they believe that if they go on these podcasts that are ran and operated by white men, or if they go into white spaces, it will give them a sense of superiority, belonging, and acceptance, right? And that these white people will co-sign their anti-blackness, when in reality, those very white people are exposing them for their self-hate and their anti-black rhetorics. And what these white people will do is they'll feed them, right? They'll feed them these stereotypes that they perceive to be true about these black men. And what these black men do is prove their point. It's like their temperature is being tested. So these black men think that they're gaining access to power, when in reality, these quote-unquote powerful people are just turning them into a laughingstock. Had they have disparaged the white women, right, the very white women that they love and uphold and put on a pedestal, they would have gotten checked. As a matter of fact, I'm also going to use Tiffany Haddish as an example. You guys all saw what she did at New York Fashion Week. She thought that by walking across that runway after being provoked and poked by the Hiltons, that it would give her some kind of superiority and access and be closer in proximity to those superior people, them being the white people. When again, it made her look like a fucking laughingstock. Now she's being laughed at. The internet's dragging her, as they should. Because any person with sense, with self-respect, and with boundaries would go, I'm not doing that. That's fucked up. I'm not a clown. By James and Fuhad getting on this podcast and just overall their behavior, it's really a defense mechanism. While they may be laughing, but deep down, they know that they are inferior. The people in these white spaces, they know that too. This is all nothing new to me, especially being biracial with a black mom. I gotta tell you, nothing makes me happier and more satisfied than seeing the looks on these black men's faces when they find out that my mother is a part of the very group of women that they hate. I know I'm y'all's preference. And this pathology, it's not shocking, and it will never be a surprise to me. And don't even get me started with that fake ass apology that James and Fuhad issued. It's above me. The sooner you realize this, the easier it will be for you to, one, not tolerate that kind of disrespect, and the easier it will be for you to stand up for yourself. They could have easily just said, hey man, watch your mouth. You shouldn't say that. That's disrespectful. But they didn't. They proceeded to laugh. And by laughing, they're showing that they agree with what Andrew Schultz said about black women, and that they also believe that they're inferior and cannot stand up for themselves. And if you don't stand up for yourself, you're gonna fall for anything. And we just saw that.
I actually have a take on the whole Fuhad and James situation that I wanted to share, which I think is a little bit deeper than what has been happening online since. As a Caribbean girl who's grown up in St. Lucia and then moved my whole big ass over to the UK, I've had a lot of instances with black British men that I want to share. First of all, it was really difficult for me to integrate within the black culture in Britain. I felt I had more connection with other cultures, but again, it's understandable because people probably had their cliques and everything. And I came in, I was 16, so I wasn't really that, I wasn't someone that's integrated well into the culture of black Britishness. I was a Caribbean girl, so even if I was black, my experience as being a black person is completely different. But over the years, I've come to understand something really, really interesting about black men and black girls or black women here in the UK. And it is that black men here do not like black women. Now, let me say this really, really distinctly, and this is my opinion, and this is my perspective and my experience. Luckily for me, when I went to university, I was able to integrate myself within the Caribbean space. So there were other people that went to university with me who are from the Caribbean, and so I was able to find other Caribbean people that I could hang out with. And also I was in a relationship, so there was no need for me to have to, go and look for a partner or anything. It wasn't an issue for me. But I would say this, and I'll say this really, really frankly. I was never someone that black British men would find attractive. I wasn't fair enough. I wasn't exotic enough. If I were to be walking down the street with a fair girl or a mixed race girl or maybe a white girl and there were black guys walking, they would always come talk to them. Now, I've experienced colorism in my own country. That is something that actually happens within the Caribbean. I've been told already that, I've been told when I was younger, I would look so much better if I was fair-skinned, that I would be prettier if I was fair-skinned, and I would never forget that. So for most of my life, I always felt that I wasn't as attractive because of the color of my skin. I actually used to think that if I was fairer, then I would be more attractive to black men. And the thing about it is I've never been with any other race. I've only ever been with black men, black Caribbean men, and I know for a fact that I'm back in the UK now, me living in the UK, I would have never really been approached by black British men. It is, without a doubt, in the back of my mind subconsciously, I know that I'm not attractive enough for these men, or I'm not their preference. They constantly say it. They make it known all the freaking time. So when Fuhad and James were on my timeline, my For You page, and I saw their stuff, I thought it was really funny. But in the back of my head, and they're not the only creators that I know that, for instance, that they just would never look at me or respect me. In the back of my head, I just knew that these are not people that would ever be on my side. Unfortunately, I just know that I am not people, I'm not a person that these men would respect or would find attractive or hold me to a certain type of respect, basically. I don't know how else to say this, but it is a very deep thing. I am coming from outside of this space, so I could only imagine what people within this space must be feeling. But somebody coming from outside the space and coming in at an age when I was 16 and seeing what it was like, it was really difficult. And I used to think, okay, what is the issue? I can walk down the street right now, okay, I can go to any part in London, and I will see a black man, and I will see a white woman with him. And I have seen it more than I have seen a black couple. When I see a black couple, I'm excited. I'm excited. I used to be upset, and I'll be honest, I used to be really upset that I would see a white woman and a black man. I used to be upset. Now it doesn't bother me anymore because I know my place. I've come to the conclusion that, listen, if I'm not for these guys, that is my preference. I prefer to be a black person. If I'm not for them, then there's no need for me, what does it matter, right? So I just don't care anymore. But when I saw them on my page, I already have a reservation inside me that says, these people don't respect me, or these people never love me. And it's a really hard thing to explain. I don't know if anybody else has gone through it, but if you have, please comment and tell me what your experience is like. For those black women who are from the UK, they probably understand. I don't know where you'll get. I don't know who you'll date. I just don't get it, because I know for sure I am not the type. I'm not the type, I'm not the preference. So hey, I'm invisible to everybody. at least I know what it is. But at least in the Caribbean, I know I can get a man in the Caribbean. But here in the UK, I don't even question it. So it's something I know within me. When I see black British men, it hurts, but I know for sure I will never be.
So lovelies, apparently this James and Fuhad has actually been receiving a lot of backlash, all because they decided that it was right to come to a podcast and try to, like, I don't know if they want to let down black women and all of that. And it has been reaching that these people have been losing a lot of followers. Like, they have been losing a lot of followers because of what they have to say. So they decided they were going to come to, and conclude that they cannot say any single or attractive woman, black woman specifically. Like, when I saw this video actually reminds me of so many, stitches that have been put up here about the way at which, black women are treated, black women are represented, the way at which some black men, treat black women and also talk about black women, that actually gave rights to most of these, pan-colored people, POC people, to come out and spill whatsoever they feel that it was right to spill about black women. Like, this particular podcast remind me of a specific video of a German woman who decided, to come out to spill whatsoever she felt was right about black women. She talked about she is not in a competition with black women, because she got her man, she treats her man the way at which it feels right for her to treat her man. But she was doing that, then trying to let down black women. And sometimes I ask myself, why is it that they will just come up here and start saying things about black women? But it is because of the people like this. It is because of the people like this. People like this. Who, like a man, even if you are not attracted or you are not, attracted to a black woman, you as a black man, you are not even supposed to come out and start like, oh yeah, anything that. Why not just maybe try to shift such a question, or maybe try to, like, okay, can we skip? Seriously, even if you don't want or you're not attractive, no, it's your right. It's not a must that everyone will be attractive to whosoever they felt that they are not attractive to them. But if there's a kind of question that you will be asked, and coming from someone who happens to be a pan-colored person, instead of you to just shush your mouth or decide to not to answer the question or decide to, like, skip, you are out here, and some, like, the attitude itself. That's one thing about black women. Black women are the ones that will support you. Like, it was said that most of their shows, they have, like, black women support everything they do. Black women are following them. Everything is black. Their content, when you go to their comment section, black women praising them, black women trying to bring them up, blah. But they are the people that is unappreciative. They are the people that is so first to come out and talk down about their own. Like, I am not even saying maybe so many pan-colored men coming out to talk about how, pan-colored women is this, pan-colored. I don't understand. You people don't have shame. You people don't have shame at all. Like, seriously, how do you feel so comfortable talking down on your own? I don't understand. Even the man that asked the said question, why would you, like, please, it's personal, or just shush it? Must you open your mouth to try to tell people that, okay, yeah, they're so bad? Sometimes when people comes out for black women trying to, like, both POC people, there's one video I posted about one Mexican woman talking about how black women, blah, blah, abortions and all of that. I just see it, it's just something that people like this gave them room to do. They gave them room to do, because for you to come out on a podcast to shoot this, what do you think other person that is not a black person would do? You guys are giving them the reasons why they have to keep on dragging black women. People are just minding their business. The thing is that when black women decide to be on their own space, mind their own business, decide to just focus on themselves, they will still be called out. Just look at what happened during this course of Palestinian people, anti-blackness, just like when a black woman even give her own opinion is a problem to the public, is a problem to other people, it's still a problem to their own. This Palestinian, thing really got on me, because a black woman was just giving her own take on whether or not to actually vote for, ABC, and she will just made a comment of, oh, it's probably, she's just trying to weigh her options. And just because of that statement, oh my goodness, how dare this statement come from a black woman? Black women, you are supposed to be a sacrificial lamb. People were dragging her, a woman decided to bring her into her life and try to downgrade. People are always looking for a way to disrespect and degrade black women. Why? Seriously, this Palestinian woman decided to drag her, telling her how, oh my god, if you don't support us, you are the problem. So black women don't have the right to actually do what they felt or what they feel that is good for them. Personally, they need to keep on sacrificing for people and not thinking about themselves. This is just what the world wants. Okay, just look at this dude now, these two guys in this podcast. These said black women that you feel that, oh, they are not your class, they are so, they are the same people supporting you, pushing you, they're the same people. But you wouldn't leave any chance. If you see an opportunity to actually humiliate these people, you would drag it. Personally, nobody is telling you guys to oh my god, you have to no. Being attracted to someone does not mean that if you're not attracted to someone and which is normal, that doesn't mean that you should just drag these people to the mud or to the mud. Seriously, this is all. I'm just disappointed with the fact that these British guys, this is just a problem to some of these passport bros. Some of these, they try to look for a way to give you reasons why they felt that you are the problem. You are loud. You are ghetto. You are this, you are that. Okay. And these people are just trying to okay, since I'm all of that, let me just mind my business. They will still find a way to ask you, oh my god, how dare you mind your business? Why won't you come out and speak? Your opinion matters. Seriously. Anyway, lovelies, why not just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video, and please do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying and harassment. We are just here for educational and informative purposes, and if you've not subscribed to this then please do your girl a huge favor to click on the subscription button, like this video, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one. And if you have watched up to this extent, thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please leave me your thought in the comment section, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one.